Let's start the Shanti meditation. The very first principle when we are willing and inspired to practice mindfulness or meditation, our great masters laid down a principle which is known as 4 connections. We'll introduce that. So first, being comfortable, either closed sitting or lying down. So if you lie down, your hands are comfortably placed and legs are apart, little apart, eyes are closed gently, and mind is looking at what the mind is looking. Mind is looking for the goal, the destination. And at least we should non-verbally become aware. The destination is to bring an end to the suffering and awaken to inner peace and happiness. Then what is exactly the subject matter, the second factor? First, being comfortable. Look at the neck joint, feel the sensation, and sensation tells you are comfortable. Just be there. Move the mind on the shoulder joints, feel and be comfortable. Hip joints, feel the sensation and being comfortable. Knee joints, feel the sensation and being comfortable. Ankle joints. So see, now you are aware, you're already in an advanced journey. So when that mind moves to the ankle joints, it becomes aware of the name, the shape, the sensation, the comfortable, and the steadiness. And in between, there is no other thought than we are comfortable. But what we did, we slowed down the speed of the mind. So I can say the first factor for you is to just bring an end to the suffering. That is the goal. That is what the Buddha and other masters says. And to awaken to inner peace and happiness. The other master added. But what is the subject matter? The second factor. So simple. It says that the very existence, that is pure consciousness, is hidden behind the mind, needs to be discovered. We can see our true nature. The Buddha says total emptiness. We need not to argue or discuss. Let us start with that fade. Master again says, fade is not blind. Fade means belief, pending inquiry, understanding with regular practice. So normally, people in my profession, they talk a lot about, no, you should have a fade. No. The third factor is, am I ready and qualified? If I'm not ready and not qualified, we will understand that in the different steps. You're comfortable. Move the mind on the head and the neck. Feel the sensation and become aware. I look at the wall, simple awareness, yes. But when we look at the head and the neck, we become aware and feel the sensation in between the thoughts enters from the past impressions. This is known as the wandering state of the mind. So when we say, are we qualified? Then the Master says, observe your mind. Is it wandering more and more, or you're able to bring your mind back to alertness and awareness? Move the mind on the right arm, feel the sensation, and become aware. Again become aware. The first, am I qualified? The Master says, ask yourself, when you start the journey, is the mind still wandering? Pay more attention. The second thing, it says that when the mind returns to its past impression of blame, complaint, reaction, and obsession for anything, that is the second obstacle to be qualified. It is known as mala, the impurities of the mind. Look at the left arm, feel the sensation, at the same time you are aware. The mind is also doing something. So that is why I say keep an attitude of indifference. Let these thoughts come and go. But many other masters, they say no, first learn what it means by being one-pointed, understand the impurities of the mind, purify it, and then we will go into mindfulness journey. But other masters say no, continue the journey of the mindfulness, not only for the discovery of the self, but also purifying it. Move the mind on the chest, in the belly. The mind looks at the chest and the belly. You feel the sensation. Become aware. As a guided journey, I'm offering you, this is what happens when the mind is one-pointed. Casually, naturally, you're not making any effort. At the same time, it is not invoking the impressions from its storehouse that is known as the mind stuff. For anything, whether it is a good or bad, it is coming and going, well and good. It is very good. But if it sticks, the Master says, oh, obsession, just recognize that. Do nothing. Move the mind on the right leg. Feel the sensation. Become aware. The right leg is comfortable. Sensation is there, and you are aware. At the same time, the mind sometimes becomes lazy. It falls into an unconscious sleep. It is also known as one of the many impurities. At the same time, you are aware what is happening inside. You are getting a clue, living in the present moment. That is the clue. Move the mind on the left leg. You are already comfortable. You feel the sensation, there is an awareness, and we are watchful, vigilant. What is the meaning of vigilant? We are not allowing the mind to get carried away by any thought, feeling, sensation that we lived in the past. We are not carried away. We stop, let the thought move. Understanding the subtle points in the mindfulness journey, moving the mind on the entire body, feeling the sensation in the body, you're already feeling. And you're comfortable, you are aware at the same time. No laziness. Wandering mind is playing, okay. Let the thought come and go from the past, related to the people, places, possession, objects, nothing. Moving to the next step now. Slowly we are moving the mind inside without changing anything outside. Now, in order to move into my home, do I need to change the place of my neighbor's home or the front lawn or the street? No. That is the point of awareness. That is the meaning of vigilance in mindfulness. Let everything remain as it is. This is none of my concern, whatever the thoughts are moving and coming and going. That gives you a much deeper experience. Move the mind again on the head and the neck. We discover. Why I use the term discover? Carefully I have chosen this. The mind becomes more interested in moving inside. What we discover the sensation and we experience the stillness. So this sensation deepens, stillness is experienced. There is a natural prevention of the mind wandering and moving into the past or the future or to the people or the place or an object or in time. The mind goes to the right arm. Yes, there is an experience of the sensation and the stillness, but at the same time mind is aware. Whether it is wandering, okay, obsession, okay, laziness, okay, but it is now interested more in moving deeper within. Move the mind on the left arm. Feel the sensation. Experience the stillness. At the same time, the mind is aware of everything, but it is not being carried away by what it is aware in terms of the contents of the mind. That is the Buddha says is the right perception. The very first noble path. Move the mind on the chest and the belly. The mind now moves with 100% interest. Not what it will create, but it is interested. So that helps the mind to start moving within. You experience the deepening of the sensation and experience the stillness How simple it is. How easy it is. I've been talking about that in Advanced Journey. The simpler the practice, the higher it is. The understanding, non-verbal understanding plays an important role. We'll talk about that. What is that? Move the mind on the right leg. Feel the sensation. Experience the stillness. In that sensation, in the stillness, we are aware. Where is understanding? Thought is coming, no problem. Sleep is coming, no problem. It returns again to the field of awareness. Any thought, feeling, sensation relating to the people, place, object, time, or let it come and go. Move the mind on the left leg. First discovery, comfortable, sensation, stillness, and then we are aware. It is so natural that we do it every day. We drive our car, we are more aware of the car, the steering, the pedal, the brake. At the same time, we are also aware of the other cars in the rear, in the front, on the right, on the left, in a different lane. And we drive. Casually, naturally, we reach our home. Exactly the same thing happens in the mindfulness. The mind reaches its real home. And at last the mind says, oh, it has never been my role. We witness the true nature. And the moment we witness the true nature, the mind drops all its anxiety, fear, obsession. That is the key. So there is no mystery about it. When we are in peace and happiness that is flowing from inside, can anxiety stay in peace and happiness? Next step, looking inside the head and the neck. So here I am invoking another principle. I see you, I watch you, I feel you through the sense organ. This is one perception, known as a sense perception. And then you are not present before me. I talk about you, I depict and present your personality is a mental perception. What about when you look inside the head and the neck and we are not interested in anything from outside? Isn't it? There is a natural awareness of the space and the sensation or the calmness. How simple it is. So, I would say 80% of the understanding, 20% of my instruction works. So I customize it again, see, move the mind on the right arm inside. So because the mind continues to wander, brings in the impurities, so I remind you, right arm outside, sensation, stillness, inside, mental perception. Nothing is going inside from outside. So there is a sense of emptiness, space or dark space, whatever it is. Good. Look at it, how easy it is. The mind goes to the left arm. So when I say outside, experience sensation, and the stillness. So this instruction is meant for leaving the mind with its thoughts and the past impression and its impurities outside. That is why it is not required. And then you look inside the left arm. You experience the space or darkness or emptiness, whatever it is. Chest and the belly, inside. Chest and the belly, inside, darkness or emptiness. Or you may say, a sense of nothingness. And at the same time, sensation and stillness outside. At the same time, because we are aware, some thoughts may pop up. It's okay. But we are not chasing it. One, we are not getting carried away by it. Two, both means the same thing. The mind goes to the right leg, sensation, stillness outside. You see, that's how I customize sensation in the stillness outside. More or less the sense perception. Confirm. And then moving inside, looking inside. Just looking inside. There is another point. The mind is not looking inside with a predetermined object. It simply goes casually, look inside, it finds the emptiness. That is the key. So what happens, people, when they start doing no visualize, imagine, no imagination. Move the mind inside the left leg, sensation, stillness outside, and inside is the same space, sense of nothingness. Why there is a sense of nothingness? The outer sense perception through the mind divides the world into objects, into different people, into different places, at a different time, in different events. Can we find any one of them inside? No. So that understanding, with that understanding, when we are looking inside, changes the entire body from outside. Sensation in the stillness. Now inside. Inside. In deep sleep, we are nobody. Means we lose awareness of the body. But here you are aware. And still you lose the limited consciousness of the body. You are aware of the body. What is that limited consciousness? The mind confines our territory with the body. That is the ignorance. That needs to be broken. And once that is broken, mindfulness state reveals itself. That is the key. And doing nothing, it is not mandatory or compulsory, any step. So when people push themselves, I have to focus on the breath. No. I have to focus on the sensation. No. It is all done due to the first factor. What is that first factor? According to the masters, am I ready? Yes. Am I qualified? That qualification with reference to the mind. We are doing nothing. We are in the state of the mindfulness, enjoying and experiencing the peace and the joy inside. How simple it is. This is the first part of this, our practice today. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms if you are interested. Otherwise, we'll continue with our second session